Watch Lovecraft Country, baby, that's just one interpretation because the book is another one, and HBO was just in its cinematic bag. Here are the top 5 things that are different from the book versus the TV show. Tick got an emotional upgrade. In the book, Tick is more reserved, introspective, and intelligent. But in the TV show, he's more trauma, romantic, main character, energy driven. And then also you can feel him, you can feel his depth. And so we get that emotion emoted in the actor. And it's just very, very a lovely depiction that we get on screen that you can't really see jump out through the books because he's more reserved as a character. The fourth thing that got expanded was Ruby's storyline, but not only Ruby's storyline, all of the Black female storylines were expanded. In the book, it's placed in the 1950s, so those roles are reflective of their times, which is very much of a supportive role and the limitations of the 1950s. But HBO expands these roles and shows the beautiful leading Black females step into their beauty, their power, and we see that in Ruby's arc, where she explores her economic and her temptations with privilege, and also her access to power. So that's definitely a change that Ruby, and we see that with Hippolyta, and we also see that with Letty, and we also see that with the character Diana. So these are one of the things that are expanded, but definitely Ruby's arc is one of the biggest things that get expanded compared to the book, to the show. Now, this is one thing that tripped me out that I probably should have read the book for real, for real. I did not know that it was really Caleb Braithwaite or Braithwaite or Birthright. I'm probably not saying it right, but it wasn't a blonde ambition. It wasn't Christina. It wasn't a woman antagonist. It was a male antagonist. HBO changed that. So the dynamics definitely changed, and it showed you a different, more modern version of showing you the dynamics between Samuel and Christina and her and the Sons of Adams and the Order and the Magic and Artham. So definitely the antagonist in the book was Caleb Birthright going against Tick and Letty and the whole protagonist situation and the dynamics and things like that. So it wasn't Christina. So, but in the show, it's very, very much different. And Hippolyta is one of those beautiful stories that we get to see with his Afrofuturism. Hippolyta's story shows how much she expands as a character and becomes an I am character outside of the magic limitations that are set in the current world, which Christina, Tick, and the other characters operate in. She explores definitely different multiverses and learns so much knowledge who she is and has a different kind of confidence and operates in different realities all at the same time. So Hippolyta's storyline is definitely amazing and definitely one of my favorite cinematic episodes out of the HBO series. Number 1, the last difference between the book and the TV series, the ending. The ending in the book is more subtle, and with the TV series, of course, we're gonna have a more dramatic ending with the ritual sacrifice, and then of course, the killing of the antagonistic character. So in the book, it's more subtle and it leaves you with a creepy, eerie feeling. But of course, there's more fireworks and a more satisfying kind of ending. I wouldn't say satisfying, but there's more theatrics for it. And I'm not going to, even though the show has been out for a couple of years now, but definitely if you haven't seen it, see it for yourself and just really revisit it. And the person who ends up killing the villain of the story is not the person you expect, and the reason why the person who had to be sacrificed is sacrificed. And then you just definitely, it leaves you sitting with a lot of emotions, where the book is more quiet about the trauma, the racism, and the ongoing storyline and the magic and the dynamics of it. And with the release of this magic in the universe, you definitely think about the consequences of the new dynamics that is now introduced throughout the universe. So that is definitely a different ending from the book. The book was more of an eerie resolve. All in all, I love both. They have different experiences and they're reflective of their times. And of course, I'm going to connect more with the TV show as it was something that I did watch first. And of course, that it gave time to expand more on Black female leads, which we definitely needed. And I think the TV show, because it was made so much later, it allowed time to kind of give some opportunities to find different ways that the characters could find ways to fight back and find new ways to find joy and community and to find different institutions and different ways beyond magic to resolve the obstacles that came in their way. So tell me what you honestly thought about the series. Tell me if you want to watch the series and tell me if you want a part two.